We're not dreading going into an empty gym. I would dread playing us going into an empty gym because we're going to be loud. We're going to be really loud, and we're going to be really excited about playing.
Well, just last season, the UAH men's basketball team won another Gulf South Conference title. But their chances of using that momentum to further themselves into the postseason were taken away once the pandemic hit. This season, they're looking for a little bit of closure as they open up their season at home against Mississippi College. This season will look a little different in the beginning for the Chargers, and that's all thanks to COVID-19. As of now, all December games will only allow family members to attend. When January rolls around, that could change, but there's no certainty fans will be allowed to watch in person this season. The men's team is also working with a change involving their players this month. Redshirt senior J.J. Kaplan will not be able to compete the rest of this month or until he fully recovers from a shin injury. In the meantime, head coach John Schulman is using the opportunity to let other players see some playing time. Players like Southern Miss transfer and Westminster Christian alum Austin Leslie.
For him to go get it, we can do that. We didn't have that ability last year. Malik couldn't touch the net, and Austin can touch the top of the backboard. Austin Leslie, besides being a gifted athlete and a really good basketball player, is a wonderful young man. And that's what I want people to see more than anything. He is an unbelievable kid. And but being a Huntsville guy, you got a lot of pressure on you. You can't hide down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi at Southern Miss and do his deal.
And on the women's side, they're looking to replace two key starters, but head coach Andrea Lemon says that her options are plentiful at the moment. Last year, her girls were excited about taking their talents far in the NCAA Division II tournament, but those chances quickly dissolved after the team was sent home from the tournament because of the pandemic.
I feel like we waited so long for this, after being sent home from the NCAA tournament in March, which was just really heartbreaking, especially for our seniors, but for our entire team, and I know all across the nation, and not to realize that at that time we were still going to be dealing with this in December.
Both the men and women open up their season this Friday against Mississippi College. The men will host at Spraggins Hall at 6 o'clock. The women will play away, and again, fans are limited to just family members for this weekend's game.